Hello, 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 hello. You all better be keeping your shit hot. Keep your shit hot. Have a plant in your car. You guys better have plants in your car in your cup holder. Those are actually some berry trees I just picked. I'm doing cuttings. While we're waiting for people to get in here, quick note: if you know of like a fruit tree that's growing out on public land or whatever, just in the forest that nobody gives a shit about, you can pick the green growth on the new branches, and you strip off all the bottom leaves, leaving 1 to 3 leaves on the top. You keep it completely hydrated, and you score the bottom end with a knife very lightly. And out of all those scorings, that's where your new root systems will grow, and then you can plant these. Those are. I'm not even sure what they are because the berries on the trees aren't fully developed, and I don't know the ID from the leaves yet because I don't have that tree. So I got some male and some females, and I'm gonna plant those. Okay, we got 57 in here. We got 57, so we're gonna go ahead and begin. Okay, we got big fucking shit going on. So the first thing we'll start domestic. So the media has begun the early stages of their anti-Chinese coordinated effort to paint the Chinese as a domestic enemy in the United States, to put everybody's focus on them. The most latest development of this is going to be Officer Tao, who is most likely the brother-in-law of Chauvin through his recently filed for divorce wife. He is the Asian individual, most likely Hmong. So there are now articles circulating discussing the tension of Chinese Americans to Black Americans, to African Americans, Asian to African Americans, and the tension that exists that no one wants to talk about. I'm pretty sure that doesn't really exist, but okay, that is a sign of the program which is coming out, that is rolling out now, which is going to spread like fucking fire as the government and the media start painting the Chinese to be pinned on everything that's bad that's happened to us. And I've already called this up. So this is everything that's going on. It's pretty amazing because I'm basically like, there's basically like I have a high-level controller watching this channel and just following my instructions, I guess, because we're pretty much hitting every fucking nail on the head. Now, one thing that I didn't consider and hadn't thought about is that Israel has run out and begun its plan for annexing the West Bank. So they have begun taking Palestinians out of the West Bank and giving eviction orders. Those have gone. The IDF has been ordered to mobilize in preparation for annexing the West Bank. So Israel is going to use this opportunity to expand the West Bank. It's a very good likelihood that this is, not coincidental. So this is a big fucking deal. Additionally, another thing, we haven't talked much about Iran. The reason why is because Iran is going to go down, and it's pretty much like going to happen no matter what, because Iran doesn't have the ability to defend itself really. They have elements within their state structure that are compromised, just like the United States, only not as extreme. But they do have elements that are compromised in there, subversive elements. So in Iran, I've seen Google articles from officials in Iran that have given statements where they say they're basically siding with the protesters in this false paradigm that the state is creating. And the purpose of that, they're saying the police need to ease off, and the protesters are right, and this isn't any judgment of that, right? Like, there's no judgment here. We are under this is a worldwide paradigm change that is taking place right now, and it's going to rapidly accelerate. So this is not a matter of like who's right and who's wrong. What's going on right now, when it shakes out, is going to result in a lot of death. So like we don't really have time or the interest in like placating to these synthesized sides and team A and team B and yada yada. Like, nobody should be getting killed and everybody should have rights, and that's the bottom line, okay? But the reason that Iran is making statement on this is because this is a part of the construction of setting up Iran to just be reinforced, as if they're not already, identified enough as the enemy of the United States. This is just further reinforcing it, that they're not compatible with the United States, and they're going to be hit on the way to China. China is continuing to escalate, and you're having increased press coverage of the Chinese buildup with India, and of course with the Chinese anti-Chinese American rhetoric that is going to start heating up right now. You guys, this situation is going to get more and more extreme every single day. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that there is a way to vote yourself out of this, but we should probably start talking about pulling in senators that are going to, even if they're corrupted, and just making enough noise to where they have to acknowledge it. Because if we can get this shit on MSM and break through there by like giving them no choice but to acknowledge it by making it well known enough, then at least we can alert people so that they're suspicious enough not to just walk directly into a trap, which is where we need to amplify any means possible that is the citizens. So I'm not talking about doing anything nefarious. What I'm talking about is that I will do an interview with anybody, anytime, anywhere. The more time that I'll make is the bigger the audience, and we need to get this message amplified. And if you have the ability to deliver this message, please feel free. None of these ideas are my own. These are just fucking observations, and a lot of them came from other people. This is not like my shit or something. So if you have an in with MSM, we need to get this message out right now so we can prevent death. Okay? I'm not sure. I got to do some fucking homely shit because I'm kind of like running behind on my shit here and fucking up my life. So I'm gonna have to take a little bit for that, and I'm looking at the alternative, keeping tabs on this shit and investigation. Love you guys. Godspeed.